There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Neither of you go.
And in lack of anyone going,
Yep.
You guys are free to arrive at your own conclusions on Miss Eva. Whatever it is, you don't get a chance to voice it because she does exit back out into the main room that you guys are all standing at.
Now we just say it to her face.
Yeah, just like, Eva, why are you being weird?
You guys can ask her.
Love goes to wipe her face off.
You guys are free to ask her. She's been pretty open.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not gonna broach this subject.
What subject? She says as she's walking over to all of you. Did I miss something?
No.
Have we, at this point, would we have voiced who we're rooming with?
Yeah, I think that's why she went into a room.
Ah, dang. Because I was going to say, the fact that he doesn't want to room with me. Okay.
Seriously though, did I miss anything?
Pat Caradoc on the back. Don't. And then he'll go into his room.
Did you just hit up with the tag you're it?
Trade. Tap out.
Tap me out.
And the captain is still with us, I'm assuming?
She is. Although this is not what he said to do it discreetly, not
directly in her face.
But hey, you guys aren't the captain and she ain't you, so your call.
Nothing we can't discuss another time. It's late.
Eva looks at a clock on the wall. It is, but I think that I might stay up for a little while longer. Just sort of process everything that's happened today. I invite all of you to stay up with me. Captain, Miss Eva, are there other furnishings? She points at this sort of kitchenette space. The captain just nods. It should be stocked. If not, then tell a guard. I'll be sure to let everyone know who you are, that you're here under my authority. They shouldn't give you any grief. Although, don't be surprised if Captain Julio Ferretti makes himself known to you soon enough. He'll likely want to know exactly who you are, even if you are here under my authority. If anything, being here under my authority will make you all the more suspicious to him. And then I'll have to yell him down, I'm sure. But
Thank you in advance for that.
she just nods. She looks back to Eva. Miss Eva, feel free to make yourself comfortable and see what is there and what is needed. We are, she stops for a moment, doing rather well despite the crisis. And we have the Ventorians to thank for that. Eva corks an eyebrow. Might I ask, in what way? How are they helping? Food shipments, influx of coin, price stabilizations. A lot of economic and logistical things that, to be honest, I don't care for. Not that I don't care for their assistance. But similar to politics, I didn't become a captain to learn about the ins and outs of running a city. I unfortunately am more versed in it now. It might be handy in line work. It might be. Regardless, good evening, all of you.
Evening.
Good evening, Captain.
She makes her exit, and Eva does go over to this sort of kitchenette space and begins perusing it. It's stocked to some basic amenities, things like that. There's food stocked in here, weirdly enough, and like goes his own ice chest and stuff like that.
I should
Denver's
keep you
gonna,
company.
Shit out of it.
Denver's
Would-
gonna not go to bed yet, but are there mirrors in our rooms somewhere?
There are.
Cool. Unless someone else has something they want to do real quick, Denver's gonna try and have a conversation with herself. Alone in the room.
Eva invites all of you to hang out. Little evening hangout.
Yeah.
You know, as
I'll go
man,
with Eva.
Mina and Faiz are hanging out. Well, Mina is a bit too, I don't know, anxious to just go to bed right now. She wants to get a good look at the place, and Faiz is going to meditate. You guys can hang out in the main room. The common room. Like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. So Denver is going to go talk to himself. Normal statement.
Normal dog stuff.
What about the rest of you?
Talk to Eva.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go in there with
that.
Eva.
Well, you guys don't have to go in anywhere if you guys just have to stay here in the main room.
Well,
Yeah.
Hi,
I'm
no
imagining
spiders
kind of
under
like a common
No
space
spiders.
with room alcoves.
No, there are actual rooms, like they close and lock, and different doors, like they're different segments of it. But the kitchen, I guess you call it like an entryway, like a foyer, and the common space and a fireplace are all lounge space, so not like a fireplace. They're all in the same room. Different elevations for the lounge, and the I guess technically for the foyer, but it's like all of like a square index or indent where you enter into the room. But that's about it. Good for if it rains. But aside from that, yeah, it's all just in the main room, and every bedroom is separate. Irina will say you're like, Irina wasn't really in a case to respond fully, but she does remark like, "I'll be fine," or "I don't know if I'll get better or worse."
at least now you're in one piece, which I guess we have the cat in the thing for that.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to stay here though. I'm just gonna rest. Good night.
She doesn't sleep, right?
She doesn't, which is why it's weird that she's saying goodnight and doing the motions of sleeping.
So she like rolls over.
Yeah, she like rolls over, puts the one side of her head that's fully intact on the pillow and faces away.
Oh, you guys, but it's comforting when I'm tired to even lay down, even if I can't sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Non-sleep deep rest. It's good shit.
I just like lay down.
Let's see here. Oh wait, you know what? I am.
You are.
Yes. Okay, perfect. I am a rogue, which means I will reach into my pack, go to her side of the bed, and place a little bell, which is in my inventory, down on the side table.
That's what you were so excited for. Like the bell,
Yes.
the ball bearings.
I love using little knickknacks in my inventory.
Make sure you raise it. It is in my inventory.
You leave a bell by her side.
Give this a ring if you need me.
Okay. Good night. She sort of sets it on the nightstand next to her rather.
Mhm.
You quietly make your way out of the room. Turn off the lights, or blow out the lights.
About the candle.
Whoosh!
Ooh,
Like,
shit, or
Selfie motherfucker over here.
Like Garrett.
yeah.
Who is
Well, that's
hot?
the
I've
thing.
never met him in my life.
Actually, that's the thing. Garrett doesn't blow out candles. He swipes them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has a mask in front of him because he can't blow. So you,
Oh, that makes
The thing where
sense.
individual ones, he like pinches it too.
yeah, he does pinch it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a randomly determined animation, but they're the same life. So yeah, you return back into the main room. Meanwhile, Denver, you go talk to yourself.
Yeah, in the room, I kick Roma out if she's in there.
She's not anymore.
Certainly not.
You go to a mirror, and you see yourself. Despite everything that's happened, it's still you.
Damn, hit me with the Undertale. How's it holding up? I don't know how long you're holding that thing back for. But,
You continue to try to converse with the other you, but after a few minutes and several attempts, either they're ignoring you now or they're busy. Regardless, you do not get a response. Or perhaps it was only something in Murmur Row that allowed you to communicate.
I'm
Who knows?
trying to fix this fast. I don't think we're getting anywhere tonight, so the search will start tomorrow. And I think there will be a long pause where Denver is staring into her own eyes for like a good minute and a half.
Roll me your perception.
Ooh, all right. Perception. Hey.
How great / unfortunate. As you look into your own eyes, you see your pupils, and for a moment, it's like watching a fish go across the side of an aquarium. You see something move behind your eyes.
Uh-oh.
Something tendrily. Something. You're not quite sure what. Although, it does remind you a bit of the arms of the aberrant. Anyways.
I think that's enough to spook her out of her train of thought, and she very swiftly leaves the room. Probably accidentally slamming the door behind her.
You exit back out into the main room, where you run into everyone else. Speaking of everyone else, it's everyone else. Wow.
Whoa!
Amazing storytelling, Crash. Next thing you're going to tell us the floor is made of floor.
Is it?
No, it's made of Bloodstar. Moving on.
Thank God.
So the rest of you, minus Hawk and Denver, are hanging out. Eva's gonna try to cook a midnight snacky.
Well,
Actually, would Fayez let that happen? No. Eva can help Fayez cook a midnight snacky.
She's like, I should make some food. Meanwhile, in the middle of the sentence, he walks up, we should make some food.
Our food, comrade.
Like, Eva just remarks like, I'm thinking of making something for my childhood. If any, it's a sweet treat. If any of you are interested. Fayez gets up from his like crisscross position. You're making food? Without me, Eva, I am hurt. If you know the recipe, then I don't mind. What are you making? Elonian toast. He blinks his palms. I'm afraid I do not know such a recipe, but I'd be happy to learn.
Oh my god, they're making French toast.
Yeah!
I thought it was Texas toast for a second.
I don't know what that is.
Toast. Summer free rover toast.
You know what they're called in Sweden?
Right.
Impoverished knights.
Damn! Damn!
I understand. It makes sense. Egg, bread. Yeah, it makes sense.
Generally
so-
keep things.
Yeah. Eva begins to instruct and helping Fayez as they make French toast. Which is, you know, if you ever made French toast, it is a stupidly easy and quick recipe. As long as you have the requisite ingredients. So, what do you guys do? Do you guys wait for a midnight snacky to finish, or do you talk while it's all happening? Fayez is obviously preoccupied now cooking, but Mina is just sort of sat at the windowsill looking out of it at the water, the river. Because this apartment, these suites, do have like a 270 look around the entire city. This way, that way, that way. And then this is the way you come into it. So, again, look that way. So, that's you.
I do want to ask Eva about the linguistic hiccup, but I think I want to wait until the midnight snack is done and we're all seated.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think in that time, Hawk and Denver, you guys would enjoy the group because tucking everyone into bed doesn't take like 20 minutes. Talking to yourself and realizing the other you's not going to talk back isn't going to take 20 minutes. Unless you're that... like
Unless you're
5.
that stubborn.
Unless you're that stubborn or you think the other you's being that much of a bitch. But yeah, in due time, you guys have some Eulonian toast and some cream that's been whipped.
You're telling me you whipped this cream?
Kinky.
You just hear in the background, repeatedly.
It is just in it. It is a commonification. Let's just take this dollop and move on. This... It has been a while since I've had this. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I did not think I'd be enjoying it so soon. She looks up at you as she tilts her head and says that, given where we just were. Caradoc, as Eva continues to talk, now that you've been the linguistic hiccup has been pointing out to you, you keep catching it. Because the rest of you don't have a basis of what it's supposed to sound like. But Caradoc, you have. And you're just like, that should have been a thee, thou, doth, thine, mine. It's like you keep catching it. I'm not saying you flinch at it, but it just sort of pings in your mind every time.
I think he would do this. In regard to the question about what you missed earlier,
Oh.
The good captain pointed out something that I, out of perhaps courtesy, have been reluctant to point out. And while I do not doubt thine honor, nor have I ever detected any duplicitous or deceitful intentions from you, and you no doubt have noticed that I tend to avoid the linguistic quirks of my native tongue when I converse with people outside of my home country.
You're speaking of dialect.
Yes.
It is not a point to ignore, Caradoc. It is regional. I mean, we heard Gaspard, and he talked like this, with a particularly Western way of speaking. She stops.
I am aware. Thine accent is similar to that of the captain's father. The very same. And now that it has been pointed out to me, I keep hearing it. The slight missteps. The these instead of thous. The doth.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm not quite there yet. Try as I might. It is, she chuckles to herself, chidingly. Thine dialect is a hard one to pick up when one doth already have their own in common.
I am also aware that there is a presence about you that is not so dissimilar from mine own.
The knight's presence.
He nods.
I have to ask, Caradoc. The tone thou are speaking in, it sounds accusatory, inquisitive, inquisiting. I am not your enemy, but I want to understand, where did this come from? The captain? And more importantly, what are your intents? I am not your enemy, nor a liar. I
do
admit,
not believe you to be.
I do admit that I have been practicing the good captain's father's dialect. Perhaps to be more Eulonian. Or at least to pass off as a full-blooded one. But I would not believe that a lie. it was getting in touch with my maternal roots. If I have offended you, I'm sorry.
There's no offense taken. None at all. The reason I ask is, one, out of curiosity, and two, out of concern. Not about you, but for you.
What do you mean? Am I in danger?
The way you speak.